But yesterday, another consignment came in for about 9 local government, and the figure given was 192,335 for 9 local government.
I am worried. We are still expecting about 260,000 to make up even the initial numbers. If you're able to get those ones, then I'll declare work-free day. Everybody will go and collect the cards. So that's where we are now. There's 170. As we speak, they are still sorting it out. And it's not all the local. I think about 13 or so. They were saying it. Maybe about 13 local government or so. But yes, we are happy that those ones came. But that will not do the work.
Habib, you just listened to these two gentlemen here. And what do you make of this?
I think the alarm raised by Jide and company.
led by the Ogun State governor himself.
It's justified now.
No, can be justified. Can be justified. but you see, at the same time, you know, we can't look at this thing in isolation. When the election in Ogun, in Ekiti,
the governorship
and
election,
Osun were held, people that voted were less than 50%. I'm not saying that you guys don't have a point. You have enough reason to.
So that's why 50%
should be distributed. Whether you vote or not,
you must have your
the
PVC.
right. You have the right. You have a constitutional right to have your PVC.
I will not join you on a trip to unnecessarily castigate INEC.
Is this unnecessary castigation?
What I'm saying is that.
So that means Governor Mosu is unnecessarily
complaining. No. I'm also having enough ground to cry. Because he's aggrieved.
It's his state.
But what I'm saying is that in Osun and Ekiti, people that voted were less than 50% of the voting population. Wait
He's
now.
missing the point. You're missing the point.
Am I protected?
Okay, you are protected. He has the floor.
The issue here is that why are people agitating for voter cards? It's because of that zeal, enthusiasm, the movement of the country to effect a change.
Yes.
Which should be appreciated. But at the same time, nothing is stopping us from telling INEC to do their job. But at the same time, there is no democracy, there is no election anywhere in the world. And people that vote are up to 80%.
But we're
not
talking about people who are in possession of their PVC.
Okay. Oba, is that INEC has 4 years, for God's sake,
to prepare for this election.
I'm not aware that, the last time I checked, that the federal government did not provide funds for INEC. Then what is the problem?
I read in one of the dailies today that INEC has paid the contractor that will manufacture this PVC completely 100%. But now here we are. Maybe the consignment has not been supplied in full, and nobody's saying anything. Even INEC is not complaining about the manufacturer.
Why should INEC complain about the manufacturer? That will still bounce back on them now.
So why we?
Oba, I just want to make 2 points. Whether you vote or not, you have a constitutional right to be in possession of your voter's card. I agree with you. All over the world, not everybody comes out to vote.
Absolutely.
But that doesn't mean I do not have a right to have a franchise, to have my voter's card. And then when you look at those things again, it's my right. When you look at those things again, I think the opposition has a very good right to be crying out right now. Because those are allegedly their stronghold states, apart from FCT.
We have 3 states in the southwest, Lagos,
yes,
Ogun, and Oyo,
that are allegedly controlled by the opposition, and they don't have voters. They don't have their people don't have their voters card. What is that going to say about the overall results?
Ironically, it's only the governors that are crying out. I've not seen the PDP, other big parties crying out.
Oh.
And you can be sure.
It's quite dramatic. It's quite dramatic, really.
It's very interesting.
My producer just told me now that we have our correspondent in Oyo State, Oluta Famous School, online. Hello, Famous. Okay, Famous is off the line. Jide, now let me come back to you. Basically, just raised a very important issue here now, that it is your right to take possession of your PVC.
Yes.
Because part of the money that the government released to produce even this PVC is part of the money that you pay in the form of. Why do you think institutions in Nigeria keep? Because now we are talking about this now, I can bet with you that if this same organization, this same institution is in place before 2019, we'll still be talking about the same thing. Why do we go and start? Why do we keep going in circles in this part of the world?
You know this one. Look at Oyo State. I mean, look at Osun and Ekiti. The PVC collection rate is much higher because they had elections some time ago. So those ones have had more time to go for
it. But at that time it was not that high, you know.
See, they've had more time.
Yeah.
They've had more time
to collect.
The time before that election and now. So naturally, the collection rate will be higher. These people, in Ogun State, they've not had that privilege because there was no governorship election there some months back. But the reality is, aligning with BC, it is unreasonable to expect that maybe even in Nigeria, anywhere, 90% will vote. Where they record 90% voter turnout on election day is the product of rigging. It happened last time when I think Rivers State they said somebody goes, no, those figures were merely written. It's not possible. We usually have elections on raining days. Yes. And then you want me to believe that 90% came out. That one is not possible. But the reality is, INEC must make it possible for anyone of voting age who has fulfilled all the conditions to vote. That is INEC's responsibility. Look, Nigeria will get better. That's our prayer. And when Nigeria gets better, some of these infractions, people will not just close their eyes. They will go to court. Yeah. They will go to court because I can imagine if an American institution, by its own inefficiency, does not allow a particular person to vote. Of course, that individual will go to court. Maybe when that begins to happen, our institutions will get stronger, and people, and then when we begin to punish inefficient public officers,
I think we should take
this attitude will change.
Okay, we have the Director of Media for INEC in Oyo State, Mr. Ayo Folami, online, joining us live. Hello, Ayo. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, stroke evening. So, how are you?
Thank you for joining us on E15. Now, what is the situation right now in Oyo State?
Concerning
the collection of the permanent voter cards.
Well, thank you very much. The INEC in Oyo State received a total of 2,381,102 permanent voter cards from our national headquarters in Abuja. As at yesterday evening, close of work, we have given out, voters have collected 1,644,109 permanent voter cards, representing 69.13% of the cards received from Abuja. So we are having a balance of we were having a balance of 734,993 cards. Because we were out again today, but today's figures are presently being collated by various local government offices, and the figures will come in maybe in an hour's time. So what I gave you is the figures as at yesterday.
Now we spoke with one of your ad hoc staff, and she was telling us that many people could not pick their PVC because they had issue with their fingerprinting. I want you to throw more light on this. Do I need my fingerprint to collect my PVC?
That is strange to me, honestly, because all you need to do as a registered voter, and you've gone to the ward in your area, is your TVC. Even in the absence of your TVC, just go there. Once you're able to identify, or once you're able to know the unit where you're at, then tell the officials there the unit where you register, and that for whatever reason you've lost your TVC, they will go straight to your unit, and then if your card is there, they'll bring it out. There is what you call an incident reporting form there for you to fill. You will fill, and then once you are satisfied that you are the owner of the card will be given to you. So I'm surprised there is nothing you have to do with the thumb printing or whatever. But on the form, as you are collecting, apart from signing, you have to just thumb print. That is the only aspect of thumb printing there. But to say once thumb printing doesn't appear, I don't know. That sounds strange to me because it's not part of the requirement
all right,
the correction.
All right, before I let you go, let me just take one or two questions from my panelists here.
Are you expecting more cards from Abuja?
Are you expecting more cards from Abuja?
Yes. My chairman said the other time that we were still expecting, I think maybe about 1 million cards nationwide. But for your state, we are expecting, I think about 30,000 cards from Abuja.
Okay.
All right, all right, Ayo, I must sincerely thank you for joining us on E15. Hope you will join us again when I will beep your phone. Thank you very much, Ayo. That was Mr. Ayofolami, Director of Media for Independent National Electoral Commission in Oyo State. Jide, you listened to him.
Yes, very, very eloquent, very truthful about the situation on ground. My hope and wish is that more people will be able to collect their cards before this election. From what he said, we still have 734,000 people yet to pick their cards in Oyo State. That's a very, very huge figure. In fact, it's more than the total voting population of E15 State, for example. So I hope that by the time we call him, maybe sometime next week, there will have been a substantial improvement. I know that Nigerians like to leave things to the last minute. I just hope this is one of such situations, so that this 59% collection rate can rise up to maybe in the 70%. Region of 70%. That is our wish. That is, and I pray that that is what will happen.
Abib, it's 15 days to the election. Do you see this, let me call it, dream of Jide coming to fruition before the election?
It's not impossible based on what this guy just said. It's not impossible. It's for us to keep on pushing them, pressing them to do the right thing. Because as I said, election is never, election to me is an event that should be celebrated. One of the key principles of democracy is elections. Where people have the opportunity to pick their leaders, And I think we should all look forward to that opportunity in March 28. And I think the way it's going now, anarchists are not, they've not gotten to that level, to the destination yet, but on the right track.
All right, BC, before I go on this short break, final one from you on this issue. I
think it's very possible. If INEC can get their act together, it's very, very possible. And it will be a thing of joy to the average Nigerian, especially people like me who haven't been able to collect their PVC for the past 3 weeks.
Please, you need to exert more energy, make more effort. If you are just joining us, you are watching E15 Elections 2015, reaching you live from the studios of TVC here in Lagos, the Commercial Nav Center of Nigeria. We'll go on a short break. When we come back, the show will continue. Stay with us.
The damage that has been done to this country is great.
Do you want to go backward? No!
The time ticks. The nation awaits its next general elections. Do you have your PVC? Ensure you do to exercise your franchise during the elections. It's your right. It's your duty.
Remember that the change that is upon us can only be done with our voters' card.
TVC News Nigeria. First, accurate, reliable.
The damage that has been done to this country is great.
Do you want to go backward? No!
The time ticks. The nation awaits its next general elections. Do you have your PVC? Ensure you do to exercise your franchise during the elections. It's your right. It's your duty.
Remember that the change that is upon us can only be done with our voters' card.
The dawn determines the day. The day sets the time as Nigerians trip to the polls to elect a new set of leaders. Follow the team of professionals as we take you across the country, bringing you informed analysis, projection, and up-to-date reports. Watch out on TVC News Nigeria, TVC News Africa, TVC Entertainment, Radio Continental 102.3 FM, Adaba 88.9 FM, and Unique 103.1 FM in partnership with Gotel TV, Core TV, The Nation, and The News. Join us for a comprehensive coverage of the elections as Nigerians decide.
TVC News Nigeria. First, accurate, reliable.
Join us for a one-on-one interview with seasoned journalist Babafemi Ojudu.
In the course of your work, you've been arrested, tortured, detained, and all that. Are all those periods when, those things were happening, what kept you together? And, how did you, get the strength to forge ahead in your career?
You know one thing, at the age of 27, I don't know what went to my head. I just thought to myself, I said, with what I'm doing now, I could get killed. And then I started writing my will. So I can say that I conquered the fear of death at the age of 27. So whenever I'm picked up, I always feel it could be the last.
On the Sunday interview, showing this Sunday, March 15, 2015, at 12:30 p.m., 5 p.m. and 9:30 p.m.
For 4 years in the Senate, let me first ask how you felt, when you defeated, the current governor, Ayodele Fayose, in clinching the senatorial seat.
We had a debate. Debate was organized by the Broadcasting Corporation of the state, television, radio, and all that. When I walked into the studio, I wore my traditional attire, my cap, and everything. And he walked in a jeans and a t-shirt, and I saw something written on his chest. Politics is a serious business, and I could see that the spelling of politics was wrong. I knew I got this guy today. I want to call your attention to something today. Could you please, all of our people at home watching us, put your attention on the chest of my co-contestants. I'm disappointed that somebody who has been my governor, who wanted to go and represent us in the Senate, could wear this to the studio. The man could not even spell politics. I think it's a shame. And that, what will I tell my 10-year-old daughter when I get home? That my former governor, who wanted to go and represent in the Senate, could not spell politics. The man then had his hand on his chest. I ran out of the studio.
Watch the exclusive interview on TVC News Nigeria on Concert Channel 190.